Welcome back to week 5, and in this week's lesson we are going to put the second floor on, and we're going to put our elevations on. And it's not very difficult, and there's some other things that we needed to do that we didn't get done last week, like put the chimney on, and we have to set the height of our windows, because I noticed when I open mine back up, I'll go over here and hit realistic. I noticed my windows didn't look like they do on the book. Do you notice that? So what I want to do real quick is just my windows, and check this out. You can go down here, click, click and hold your button down, grab all of it, come up here to filter, and all thing I want, select it, is my windows, and hit OK. See how it selects those? Now thought it might let me do that. Let me make sure there's nothing else. Yep, just windows. And when I do that, see how it brings this in? The sill height on that should be 1 foot. And that means the bottom of the window to the first floor. So 1 foot, apply, and that is what the book wants us to do. Now these are 72-inch windows. So that is a 6-foot window, so it'd be 7 foot to the top of it, and between 6 to 7 foot is, the top of the window where it needs to be, so anybody that looks out can see without having to scrunch down to look. Alright, so we got that done. Now let's go to our elevations. Now our elevations can be found, the book does things in a different way they like to use when they go to wall or something. They like to use these heights and things. I like to use elevations. Now you can use those if you want, but if I come down here into elevations in my project browser and go to east, it doesn't matter which one you go to, north, east, whichever. South would be your front view, and you can see that. So I'm going to take, and I'll just go to the north side and be fine. I want to set this stuff up. Now, you have on Blackboard elevation sheet. It looks like this, and I will just put that there, and then I'll take and minimize this and sling it over. And the roof should be 18 foot. This one is. Second floor is 9 foot. The first floor is 0. Foundations -1 foot 3 on this, -8 foot 6, TO's 9.3, and BO's 10.3. Okay, all these elevation just depends on what type of floor joist you're going to use. That's a big kicker, is what size you're going to use, what thickness of foundation are you going to use, and things like that. So this is just a generic setup for the architectural, but a lot of that, this isn't going to be the same thing for everyone. Okay, so let me show you a few things. What I want to do is I'll just take and grab that and pull that over, just so I want to be able to see this stuff clearly. That's fine. You see how this is kind of cluttered up? You can click on this. You see that little squiggly line? You have to click it. Squiggly line, click on it, and then you can pull that grip back and pull this one back. The rest of everything looks right according to this, and they do have a level 8 that I don't have, and it is 12 foot, so I want to make myself one, and it's really easy. Architecture, and let me open this up where you can see in architecture, here's level. Click on it, and we're going to start in line with these. It's fine, and bring it all the way over, just like that. This is going to be this, I believe it's going to be top of the second roof, so I'm just going to put TOP second roof, something I know what it is for the time being, okay? And then whenever it says you want the corresponding views, would you like to rename the corresponding views? Yes. Because now, if I come over here You see how it's added into my project browser here. Let's see here, top of second roof, and it adds it in. If you don't hit corresponding, most of the time it won't put it in here. So that's very important that we do that. Now let's go back into this thing and let's adjust some walls. Now this little section here and this little section here only goes up to the well, top of second roof. So that's where they would go to the top of the second roof. This will stay, the center section will stay onto the roof. So I just click on the walls and I hold control down as I go around and just hold and get all those. Now I'll come over here. First floor is where it starts at, and top constraints unconstrained. I want to constrain that now, and I want to take it up to the top of the second roof and apply just like that. These three walls are the same thing. Just click on one, then hit control, and then hit all of them. It selects everything. And unconnected, that would actually be top of second roof and apply. Okay, so we got those fixed. We're doing great. Everything's looking pretty good so far. Okay, now let's get a few more things here. We got to go in and start our second floor, and we'll do that in the next video. So up to this point, and also let's go ahead and put the chimney in while we're doing this. Won't take just a second. Let's go to first floor, and when you get to the first floor, I want to come in here, and it's a component, but if I don't have it loaded, I've got it in here, and you can slide down, and it's actually, it was in last week's, so I can go back. I can actually go back into last week's stuff, 216, and I'll pick that up. In weekly task, that was in week 4. And if I scroll down, there should be a chimney in here. Right here it is, masonry chimney, and it'll open it up by itself. It's probably the easiest way, really. There it is, and I'll load into project and close. So boom, and then I'll go ahead and I'll put this in, and I'm sure it's probably centralized between the windows, so I'll just put it in there. And let's do a 3D shot of it just to take a look. Oh yeah, it looks great. And then there's a hearth that you're going to put in there too. So let's just take a look and see if we can find the hearth. The mantle. There we go. So when I put this in the mantle, open it up by itself, just do load in and close. And you're just going to take it, hit your space bar, and it turns it. And just like that, and it should just line right up with the centers, and you'll see it, you'll notice it when you do it. So I want to hit 3D on this, rotate it around, and you can see the hearth in there, you can see the fireplace. It's pretty cool. So that'll get you up to the point that we're ready to start on the second floor. So if you have any questions, let me know.